In this tutorial, I'm just gonna do a quick little logo trace of another logo. And so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is just go find an image. So I've just kind of gone in and done a search for Batman logo and then click on it. And then that way you get hopefully a larger version so you're not just getting the thumbnail. And if you just right mouse click on it usually, you can go to Save Image As. And then once you've done that, if this is closed, open it up and just click on this unhide the extension to make sure it's either JPEG or a PNG. And then just save it. I've got it saved in my Illustrator folder. You can rename it if it's some big long thing if you want to, and that should be fine. And then once you're in Illustrator, you want to open it up like this. And to do that, you can go do a File, Open, and then hopefully you remember where you saved it at so you can open it up from that spot and everything. So I would go there and then there's my Batman. But I've already got it open. So now we're going to trace this thing. So if you jump in and go to the pen tool, I'm going to go ahead and just click on the pen tool first. And you may want to look at this over here and take off the fill. So I'm on the fill. I'll make that a little bit bigger. And click on that. And then this guy right here. And then make that a color that is like easy to see. So I don't want to choose yellow, maybe I'll choose red or green, something that's not in my logo. So depending on your logo, you may want to choose a different color than green that I'm using and everything. So once I have that, I'm going to just go for the bat. And if I hold down the Alt key, I can zoom in a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of click, little curve here, click and drag. And then right here it's kind of messing up on me. So if I just click on the last point, it'll reset it. So click. And then from here I'm going to look for the quarter pipe section. So I've got this quarter section. So if I click and drag, and don't try and get it absolutely perfect. You can always come back and fix it later. So and then click. And if I wanted to, I could just come back here and reset it that way too. And just kind of get it. Now I'm getting a little bit too zoomed in. Space bar to kind of pan to go out a little bit, so it's messing up on me, so I'll click to reset it, and then I'll just kind of look for that quarter pipe section. And basically I'm trying to get all the way back around to the beginning, so click on that, kind of grab that, messing up, so click on the last one. This one's making me reset a whole bunch. That one I'll just kind of keep. So click to reset. And I probably could go in and just draw half of this, but I'm just going to go all the way around because it's the same on both sides, and you could kind of get away with creating both sides or one side and then duplicating, but I'm just going to go all the way around and kind of get that as best as I can. Click on the last point because it's messing up again. And then click again, and click to reset it. And I just want to get all the way back to the beginning. Space bar, hold down the space bar, that's how I'm panning to get back. Reset, and then click. And then reset by clicking. Maybe we'll go here. And then click. So when I get it all done, I should be able to flip this back and I can change it to whatever color I want it to be on there. If I do want to modify it, I should probably be in Classic to do this. But what I can do is I can go to some of these other tools. So if I wanted to go to the Convert Anchor Point tool, I could kind of play with some things if I needed to. And I'm going to just kind of keep it the way it is. You can also use the wide arrow tool to kind of move things around if you kind of messed up. Or you also have the add a point or take away a point if you've got too many or too little on there. So that's kind of the first thing. Just trace it, and then you basically have this logo that you've created. And this one's a fairly easy one to do. And then if you can, go find another one. So maybe I'll go find the Superman one. And this one has a little bit more pieces in it. So I'm going to go ahead and just go find an image. And then just right mouse click on that, save image as, and try and save that in the same spot. So JPEG looks good. I'm going to rename that as Superman and throw that into my Illustrator folder. It's already going there. And then I don't need to open it up in a previewer. So, and then basically go back into Illustrator. And if you go to the Finder at the same time, as long as it's in the right place, you can drag it and put it in. You just don't want to drag it directly from the internet. Otherwise, the next time you open it, it won't work. So this one is a little bit different. First off, I'd get the easy part. So click, click, and that's just the outside part, this diamond. And it's covering. So I need to kind of hide that. So flip this around. And then now I'm just going to do the inside parts. So always look for the straight lines first. So click. Don't click and drag until you get a curve, because you don't need to. So click and drag. So that completes that shape. This one's pretty straight. And if you hold down Shift on those straight parts, you can also get the way you want. So that one's done. So this looks like a straight part. So hold down Shift, Shift. On these angle ones, you just kind of click and you can't hold down Shift. So now look for my quarter sections. Click and drag. And just kind of, whichever way you usually go, the curve goes the opposite direction. So click and drag. So that one's done. So click, click, and then so it might be, oh yeah, that'll work. Reset it by clicking on the last one. Look for the quarter section. And I'm going to click there maybe, and then click to get a little bit of curve. And then the last piece. And then once I've got all the pieces in there, then you can go back in and fill them in. So grab the selection tool, hold down Shift to click more than one item, and hopefully I got them all. So flip them around, change them to whatever color you want them to be, and then I can grab this guy and flip that around. So now I've got my two logos built in there. So that's how you do a logo trace.